Welcome to Rant on Reels. I'm Xavier Barnett.
And I'm the G-Man.
Today on today's podcast, we're going to be reviewing The Lion King and Jaws from the Vault, a old school classic that many revere as one of the greatest movies of all time. How are you doing today, G-Man?
I can't complain. I'm very excited about being in front of the camera. I only wish Fooch were here because I'm always going insane behind the camera. I wanted to go insane in front of him.
Yeah, well, Fooch decided he doesn't want to work with us anymore. He's moving on to bigger and better things. He's decided he wants to go to Hollywood, and he's forever forsaken us.
No, I think he's following Spider-Man's suit Far From Home.
Oh, that actually makes a good point. Is he visiting the same countries? I forget which countries he's visiting.
Spain.
Spain?
Spain.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Ibiza. The best nightclubs are in Ibiza.
Do you see Fooch going to any nice clubs?
No.
No, neither do I. No, not unless there's a cinema in it.
Well, as you guys probably assumed, we got a guest star over here, Mr.
Peace.
G-Man. He's very secret. He's a famous enigma. No one knows much about him. One time I heard that he slayed a million men just by...
Killed a bear in the woods?
Yeah, killed a bear in the woods.
Survived it, too. Did a movie
He's the
about
reason-
me on it, The Reverend.
the reason the dinosaurs don't exist anymore. Anyways, also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on YouTube, iTunes. Oh my goodness, I can't remember where else we are.
Don't ask me.
Spotify.
I don't even do social media at all.
We're on Spotify, SoundCloud, everything. Everything that you need to know. And also, we're going to have a lot of spoilers for The Lion King, but honestly...
We're
I don't
not
know
giving much
anybody in the
away.
world- I don't know if anybody in the world who hasn't seen Lion King yet. I think it's probably one of the most famous movies in the world at this point. Name a more iconic movie.
Snow White and Seven Dwarfs would be a good start.
Yeah, that's true. That could be.
If we're sticking with Disney theme.
If we're taking Disney, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Also, so you got any news for me, Jerry?
No, we were talking about it, but you know all the names about the whole Marvel universe and what Feige and all of those guys want to do, and kind
All
of disappointed our producer.
All right. So we got some brand new movies last night. Last night, Marvel dropped a bomb at San Diego Comic-Con. They have announced. So the movie The Eternals. I don't know anything about those guys. Do you know anything about The Eternals?
Yeah, they're part of the graphic novel series. I don't think it'll take off, to be honest with you.
Hey, everyone thought about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but they were a big part of Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet
Yeah.
that was screwed up in the Marvel cinema.
All right. And we also have the Black Widow movie, which I don't think anyone asked for, but we're getting.
I
So
don't know why we're going with that. She went over a cliff. Why do we need to?
Spoiler alert for Endgame, by the way.
We're going back in time. So much for continuity.
Yeah.
Let's just cha-ching the
I'm
cash
like,
register.
We'll see what happens. I'm excited for. Hopefully, it's good. I think they need. I want more feature. I want more superheroes featured. Another thing, I don't know if Black Widow can carry a movie by herself.
I don't know how she's gonna look any younger.
That
Like,
too.
I mean, you're going prequel, and she's aged quite a lot throughout the original one that she was in. So I don't see how they're gonna do it. A lot of CGing of her face and her body.
Well, they did it to Robert Downey Jr. and
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, so we'll see what happens. We got Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. So can you guess what villain is going to be in the Shang-Chi movie?
No, I can't.
Ten Rings?
I don't even know what the 10 rings are. I mean, that's a guy who got married 10 times. What the hell was he thinking? Seriously.
I'm thinking... I think it's going to be... I think the Mandarin might actually be the main
Oh,
villain in
of course.
this. Yeah.
Well, they dropped the ball so badly
This
on the
guy.
Mandarin. I don't see how they can resurrect that guy at all.
This guy
At
says
all.
he's a comic. Well, they said he wasn't really the Mandarin. He was just pretending. And then he got attacked by the real one in one of the shorts, I think. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Only because of backlash, probably from all the graphic novel guys.
Yeah. Then we got
Don't forget the Fantastic.
no, we're good. Ooh, that's the we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We still got Black Panther 2, which is whatever, Black Panther, it's good. I'm excited for that. Can't wait
I don't
to
know
see
what
that.
villain we're gonna get with it. He didn't really have a villain. It was
It was
his own.
Killmonger.
Okay,
His
yeah.
Killmonger is pretty much himself. I don't know much about Black Panther, not gonna lie. The only villains I know is Killmonger and Manape, and Manape's a good guy in this one, so we'll see what happens. We got Doctor Strange.
That should be good.
Into Fear of the Multiverse. Personally, it's going to be their first scary film.
That should be good. So they'll probably cut a bit out on the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, start to get a little DC.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch is probably going to be, she's rumored to be in that one as well. And we also got...
They're going to give her a better outfit?
Maybe. We'll see. See, wears the same regular one.
Yeah.
And then we also got Fantastic Four.
I wonder which way we're going to do this.
Hopefully not the bad way. There has been zero good Fantastic Four, so anything.
Maybe we might get an Asian involvement in this one. One Asian, one black, an indigenous person, and maybe a Caucasian. We've already used them.
No, they're all going to be kids. It's going to be...
they're going to be kids.
A 30-year-old, a 5-year-old, an 88-year-old, and then a...
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Reed Richards, the pedophile? Told you Marvel's not going to fund us anything.
All right. And Blade's got rumored to Blade. Marshall Ali is going to be, so... He's already been in the Marvel comics. He was in Luke Cage.
Oh, cool.
He was the... I forget the name, Viper or something.
Yeah.
Some snake dude.
They got to make up for that Trinity. I mean, the first two I thought were awesome, and Trinity just...
Yeah. No,
I don't think anyone liked Trinity.
No, I'm not even Blade like Trinity.
No.
I think I'm not. Am I missing? Oh, there's a new Thor, Love and Thunder. Natalie Portman's back, and so is Valkyrie. So
yeah, again, what's this going to be, a prequel? Because by Endgame, she was out of the picture. She was already out of the picture in Ragnarok.
Yeah, but she could always come back, right? They just said
or
they
broke up. Or we could go to a different verse again. Like we've added that in, so we could do anything with Marvel now.
Yeah.
We took the cheap way out and went time traveling and all of that. And they did say they were going to bring in the multiverse, but maybe that's where, you said that's Doctor Strange is going to introduce. So now they can open everything up and say, hey, we're on Earth.
Yeah. And last but not least, Guardians 3.
Guardians 3 should be good. I've always loved the Guardians, although the second movie... Yeah, but I still love the cast. I love the cast.
Is great. Yeah, the cast is great.
Yeah, Batista's come a long way. I've seen a lot more of him in movies, and you know what? He's a B actor, but you know what? He's filled in that Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's good for that role.
Yeah.
And final news is Endgame is champion. It's king.
Yeah, wow.
It's made the most money of all time. More than Avatar.
That's going to make Fooch so happy, and I'm one of the few that thinks it's a stinker of a movie.
Wow, I don't know what to say. It is a
I have
classic?
ripped it apart, and he has it as his best movie. No way, man.
It's a masterpiece.
When a rat brings back Ant-Man, and Fooch is telling me it's high technology, and a humanoid beats a demigod, a mutant. Like, you know what? They made Tony Stark the poster boy, and he still stayed with it from Far From Home. And it's like, you know what, Tony, you weren't that good in my books. Go to your bottle, buddy. Go to your bottle. This is a hot
take. What kind of take is this? People are gonna comment and call you.
I'm not a Marvel fanboy, I'll tell you that.
I can't wait for the comments. The hate comments we're going to get on this. This is going to be fun.
Oh, Fooch and I argue all the time about that. He thinks it's the greatest, and he probably thought the movie we're reviewing would have been a top 10. He'll probably be in his top 10.
I don't know. I think, who knows? Well,
it's a Disney film. It's a Disney film.
Let's get into Lion King. Let's get into Lion King right now, then. All right. What did you think of Lion King? Let's start with you, Jerry.
Well, I went and saw it earlier today, and I was so impressed with the cinematography.
Yeah, okay.
But at the same time, that's the big downfall of the movie. I thought it was just like the introduction, fabulous. But my overall thoughts, if you've seen the animation, animation's better. And I've seen the play twice, one in Hamburg, Germany, where it was all in German.
Oh, you can
So-
speak German?
Well,
They don't have subtitles
not to
in real life.
Not to that degree. And then I saw it when it first came out, and that whole introduction was done so well at the beginning of this movie. I thought this is
Yeah.
going to be great. Unfortunately, they started to talk, and, and that's when the movie started to go down for me. I was trying to go in with a positive attitude, and I've said it before. I've said it to our producer Dave, Fooch, and you. My problem with Disney is they took animation, which is such a key element in film industry, and now they're trying to make it the
Live
real
action.
world. And although this was CG, they made the CG not like a cartoonish CG like we've
Yeah.
seen. They try to make it realistic. And I thought, okay, this is a film that they're not going to screw up with casting because it's CG animals.
Yeah.
Man, was I wrong. Man, was I wrong. But, so you'll see my take as we go along in it. But the introduction, awesome. I would just say if you've seen the animation, save your money.
Yeah, fair enough.
2 hours. 2 hours for
Yeah,
kids.
30 minutes longer than the original.
Yeah.
32 hours is way too long for a kids movie.
Oh, I thought it
Do you
was
think the kids are
ridiculous.
going to walk into this? I'll tell you my opening thoughts. A little bit of a story that happened with me. So, I was watching this movie, and there were parents with their kids. And halfway through the movies, the kids just could not stop fiddling beside me. The kid beside me just could not stop moving around. And then eventually he crapped his pants, and I could smell it on the thing. So I'm just thinking,
Well,
I'm
at
sitting
least
there.
it's not a scratch and sniff, but at least you got something that was reminding you of the jungle.
When that happened, I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "This is." I just thought, I'm like, I think I made the worst decision in my life. Right?
Did the mother remove poopy pants?
She left, but she was like, "Be quiet." She just kept hearing her shushing her kids and everything like that. She brought like 4 kids, and they're all. I think the oldest one was 5, so this is not the greatest decision to make.
Oh, wait a minute! I got to go back. We all got to picture this: a mother with 4 kids,
Yeah.
and one crapped its pants,
Yes.
and she didn't take the poopy pants out of the because she had the other 3 she
The
was
other
worried
3,
about.
Yeah.
She looked at you and thought, "Hey, I'm not trusting him with this guy next. I'll let this guy suffer." Really?
Who knows? Maybe we'll
That's
see.
you did say to.
I was.
You said to Dave and I that you went with the regular film.
Yeah, I went to the
That's what you
regular
get
film.
when you go cheap.
Early, cheap, big mistake. I was like, they're not gonna wake up their kids that early. No.
I did the IMAX, and my wife has not been to a movie with me, and I think the last Rocky Balboa.
Wow.
So when she saw the price of the tickets, she said, $17.25? Is that how much you paid to go to the film? And she said she's looking, and she's not worried about how the theater changed, the rocking of the
Yeah.
seats. She just sees these families. How do they afford it? How do they afford it? They bring all these kids and
Yeah.
all that eating. It's like, how do you afford
And all the popcorn. Oh man.
10 films, you
It
might
made
as well go
me-
to all inclusive.
Yeah, it made me not excited.
Like,
You pretty much can at the same price. You can walk into a movie theater with $1 million and you leave with 1 small popcorn and 1 ticket. But
so that was a great experience.
Yeah, it was-
When did the poopy scene happen?
I'm not.
Is it the
It
beginning?
was scary. It was the hyenas came and they were chasing. So I think the kid got scared.
It's literally,
So scary. he grabbed
what's that
his
phrase? That scared the shit out of his pants. Oh, that's great. Oh,
Now
jeez.
that I think about it, I was like, oh my god, it's scary.
Well, I now think our producer wife, who's taking my spot, is probably saying, "No, Dave, we're not bringing the child with us." No.
No, yeah. It's not, if you have kids, you probably should wait till, honestly, watch the original. It's way better. You're doing your child justice if you do the original
I
one.
agree with you 100%.
Not gonna lie, like I enjoyed this film, but I think the reason why is because when I was watching this, it's scene for scene pretty much the same as the original one, but I was seeing in my head the original scenes and not the CGI scenes,
It
and the songs were terrible.
it's interesting you say that. 95% of that movie comes from the animation.
Wow.
95%. And I mean, and you're right. There's parts of the animation that you can't do, and we'll get into that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're not going to do Fuchs's way of going from scene to scene. Like, what did you think when the credits first opened, and
Yeah.
how you felt? What did you feel
We're
like
doing
when the
we're doing our style.
yeah, our
'Cause,
style?
Come on.
Are we done?
Everybody's freaking seen The Lion King. Who has not seen The Lion King? If you haven't seen The Lion King, maybe your family doesn't care about you. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just joking.
No, you might be right. I mean, it's come in every form. I mean, everybody who loves Disney, it is one of the fan favorites when it
Yeah.
comes to the Blu-ray, DVD, VHS. I don't know, was it around when VHS was around?
I was
But it's
around
been
when
done
VHS
many
was.
different times too.
I had it in VHS. I remember watching it, rewinding, waiting 5 minutes for it to rewind, and then watching it again. Right?
And more importantly, if you didn't see that, the old folks saw Kimba, the White Lion,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a true
yeah,
ripoff.
that's a little controversial here, but Disney may have stole Simba from Kimba, which is an old
Yeah.
Japanese.
It's
So,
sad.
the White Lion,
It's sad.
right?
We're having problems with the TV again.
Yeah.
I
Technical
think it's,
technical difficulties.
I
I
think
think
we
it's
should be
Disney
doing-
trying to shut us down because
Yeah.
we're talking a couple of times.
Yeah. We're shiting on them.
We're done-
Maybe that kid
we're
was
done
shiting
with
on
this.
Disney. This is why I think of you, Disney.
But yeah, one of my biggest problems.
By the way, what seat was he sitting in so our fans can avoid that seat? Because it seems like Mom sat him in the in the diapers or his pants for
I
a
was
while.
I was in the Jackson Theater's H10, so it's either H9 or H7. I don't know which one it was, but
Right
avoid
next
that.
to you. Oh, jeez.
H9 or H11. I mean,
Wow.
but yeah, I was.
Wow.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna go to the later show now, but it's just I can't stop a deal. The deal is the deal. I was like, you know what, it'll be worth it.
I think when I go see more movies, my wife's going to say, do we need to see it in IMAX? I'll say, I don't know. If you see it on the regular, you might be not impressed.
Hey, I go to Jackson for the popcorn. I'm not gonna lie. That's the main reason why I go down there. But yeah, back to the movie. One of the main things that I find that Lion King kind of lacks is in the cartoon or the animation. You can see the visual effects, like the facial effects of everybody, or like the songs. It takes you to a new world. Like, Just Can't Wait to Be King. Like the way it's set up, it's great. That song's amazing on there. But
Oh, it sucked in this one.
yeah, it was okay. It was
Ooh.
not.
That goes to what I was saying earlier when we were talking before we set up the studio.
Mhm.
The CGI was brilliant,
Yeah.
but not for English speaking, and not for expressions. It totally, like you look at Simba, you look at
Mufasa, you can't even tell the
Mufasa.
difference.
They all had the same expressions. Scar, who you didn't even know when he was conniving and trying to
Yeah.
fool Simba, because it's the same expression, because it's trying to do the real
Realistic,
take,
right?
and they lost it. They really dropped the ball. At one point, I thought, am I watching a Japanese dubbed film? Like, I literally felt some of the like the voices just did not fit the way the lips
'cause
moved
they're-
or anything. It was really, really bad, and I couldn't get off of looking at their lips after every single scene.
That's a very good point, because when you have something that doesn't have, there's no facial expressions, you have to really hear it in their voice, and you can't really hear it in their voice, you know.
Like when he's jumping around Simba in scenes, or there was no intonation. There was no like, hey, it's like watching a Lady Gaga concert. She's doing all these acrobatics, and yet she's not going. Like, I mean, normal human beings do that, and so would an animal. If it's jumping from it, it's going to breathe heavy, but they didn't. Even when they were going in the depth of the film. They
Yeah.
weren't one time they faded out, and I went go, oh, bravo, you finally figured it out. And it was the warthog that was doing that with the intonation. Seth Rogen's voice. I thought he was brilliant.
Seth Rogen was good in this. I liked him, but he's done voice act. I think he's the only one that's done most voice acting besides everybody else, right? Except for James Earl Jones and Seth Rogen. They're the only two.
You know what? And you could see that because you and I are huge graphic novel fans. We love animation. We love the DCU animation.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy as Batman is brilliant.
Legendary.
Mark Hamill as the Joker. And you watch that, and those voices go. And the people they picked for this, it's like you might be an actor when the camera's on you live, but when the microphone, like us right now,
Yeah.
they had we have more excitement in our voices than they did the whole film.
Yeah, I remember one of the key scenes is Nala. She is trying to escape. You know when Nala escapes to go find food? I think that was one of an added scene, right? Because
Yes,
one of
the
the extra
escape with the
scenes, so-
Zazu.
yeah, so this is one of the extra scenes. It shows Nala's little escape. So Scar's just sniffing. He's like, "Someone's here," and then you get a little bit of a quick little scares and everything. But she eventually gets away, and then Simba's mom sees her running away. That scene, like, she's like, "Oh, we have to do something," and that's all you hear.
That was
It doesn't seem.
that was a good suspenseful scene. The way they set it up with the sniffing and that, because
Yeah.
it went well.
And the hyenas.
Now, we're going to talk about this because I don't know if you said it when the camera was on or right after the camera before it. Did you know which characters were which sometimes? Like the hyenas, the
I don't know which hyenas
lionesses,
were
the
which.
lionesses. I mean,
I don't know which
I
one
can
was Nala.
understand Simba and what's his name again?
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Well, yeah, because Mufasa
Because
has.
he's supposed to look like his son.
Yeah. But even then, you know how like when Rafiki's like, "Oh, look at your reflection, you'll see your father," right?
Yes.
I kept looking. I'm like, it just looks like Mufasa. Like it just looks like Simba. And then I barely saw that it looked like Mufasa. Only like a little. You can tell just a little bit.
I love the detail in Rafiki. Just love the and Mike always talks about different scenes, and when we're jumping around, but that's good. I like it. It's our style of talking about the movie.
Yeah.
We talked about how when you take like the CGI and making them real, the ninja scene was so bad. That whole fight scene was so bad. I didn't know who was fighting who. Other than the warthog.
Yeah.
And that body shaming, which I'm positive is not in the animation.
No.
Like, you can call me anything, but you're not going to call me chubby. Like, I don't like bullies. I thought that body shaming scene was pretty funny.
And I think it was, didn't Pumbaa fight one of the things after he got upset?
Yeah.
I think so in the original.
And we'll get to that third act and how bad
Third
it
act
was.
bad. And Hakuna Matata was like weird.
Well, the voices, like I said, they tried to. I don't know. Does Danny Glover sing? I never heard him sing in Community.
He sings, yeah.
Okay.
He's a rapper.
Yeah.
Childish
He's a
Gambino.
Rapper.
Yeah, he's
Really?
a rapper / singer.
Oh, he's got a
Childish
high pitched
Gambino.
voice, man. You might as well have had Adam Levine in this. I mean, and the worst part was when Simba gets 400 pounds heavier. I think he was castrated because his voice didn't mature. It still had that high-pitched Adam Levine. It was very annoying. Like, my dad sounds like, hey, I'm James Earl Jones. You probably can do it better.
I can't do Jid. That was real good.
But he did not have his dad's voice. Like, dude, you need to eat some Cheerios or Wheaties or something.
I think it's the same thing as Matthew Broderick played an adult Simba in the animation, and he didn't sound. He kind of sounded the same either, and like he didn't have a good voice or anything like that. I don't know. Simba's voice was always kind of weak. In both animations.
It wasn't strong. It wasn't like I want to be king. It worked when he was
not
a
majestic
kid.
like James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to say, oh, you're your own king. You know, he's his own man, and he has to make his own decisions and blah blah blah.
Which kind of community is he being the king of?
I don't know. And the hyenas were kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I liked Key as one of the hyenas. I'm a big
the
fan
dumb
of
one?
Key. No, I think he's the one who's like, "Don't sit beside me."
Oh yeah.
That one. He's like, "Why he's so close?"
There was
That was
some-
a funny joke.
There
though.
was
That
some good comedy there, and then he
Yeah.
goes on the other side and sits on him again.
Yeah.
Really? that was
It's
good.
like, why are you so close to me?
Yep.
Yeah, those are good.
I did like how they. Did you notice how every time Scar scenes were there, they were darker?
Yeah.
It was gray. And I mean, I don't know how many people caught up on that. The whole hyena world in the elephant graveyard. And then even when he takes over, when he takes over, starts to get gray.
And
Yeah, it's not that glorious green at all. And
beautiful world that
Yeah.
Mufasa has created for us. How'd you feel about Mufasa's death? I'm not gonna lie, the thing that I thought was so lame is like, you know how this is a shot that can only work in animation. When Mufasa falls to his death, in the animation it does like a zoom out or
Yes.
it's a zoom out of Simba going, "No!"
yes.
Well, they tried to do the same shot in the live, but it seems weird because like it's just a line that just goes "no," but it has no expression, so
Yep.
it just looks so dumb. It's like,
And you know what?
you see just a
He's
zoom
been
out of the line.
trampled by how many of those? Are they water buffalo or
Wildebeest.
wildebeest? Yes.
Mm.
And when they come into it, he just looks like he's sleeping. It's like, dude, you've just been trampled.
Well, this is a PG. This is a kids are watching this.
Yeah,
right?
but
You
don't
can't have
forget, you had other
mauled
scenes
to
that
death
were.
lion
They
on
just should have made him look a little more rattier. Like, oh, yeah, he looks like he's gone through a little bit of hell.
He had no blood or anything. But there
No,
wasn't
and I'm
any
okay
blood
with
in
the
this.
no blood, but he just looked like he was sleeping.
Yeah, I know he was sleeping. His muscles are so strong. He's the strongest lion. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, and that is a direct take. There were parts of scenes in this movie. Did you notice when they tend to do the POV?
Yeah.
It just did not work. It's like out of nowhere, we got this point of view. It's like where did this come from?
Yeah.
It was bad. I really thought, I don't get it, dudes. Really didn't get it. And we're nitpicking a lot, but these are things that we're saying the animation works
Didn't
so
work, yeah.
much better. Like when his dad dies, he sounds more like a kitten meowing than he does in the other one where his face gets all screwed up and
Yeah, right.
yeah.
The one thing I do enjoy with this is that some of the scenes are really really well done. Like the scene where the wildebeest are running down. That scene looked amazing when they were coming down.
The
Like, that was
cinematography without any reading or words, fabulous.
Yeah,
absolutely
that
fabulous.
That was insane. I also quite enjoyed like some of the stuff that's
Thanks
live
for
action.
showing.
The one another scene that I really like. I know we're ripping on it. It's not terrible to me. Obviously, I think if you have the choice, you're gonna want to see the main the original movie. But what I really I liked the oh my goodness, I had a loss for words here. But I liked the scene, even the music. The music was really good in this as well. Like obviously they played from the old song, but like the one song, King of Pride Rock, that song is amazing. I think that's might be my favorite score ever.
Yeah, I liked the longer version of who did that? The Lion Roars. Who's the band? Dave, do you know who the band is? You're not sure? It's a famous... Well, it's not a famous band. It was probably one of their few hits. Our producer's going to look it up and see it. But I like the longer version of that in this before Nala starts to attack them.
Oh, can you feel the...
No.
Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Yeah.
What did I say? Lion King Roars? Yeah.
Yeah, Lion King Roars. Lion Sleeps Tonight. That's why I was so
That's
lost.
what happens when you get a great hair.
The mighty jungle, the lion sleeps. That's a great song.
Yeah, and they did a great job.
Boy.
And
adding everybody into it, right?
that's the one part where the little mermit, is it a mermit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mind his voice there. It went well. But the rest of his voice again, but he is little. I expect a pipsqueaky voice.
But I like.
Did you find it, guy? Who did the
Lion Sleeps Tonight?
Lion Sleeps Tonight?
Tokens.
No, there's someone before that. Someone that I know. I never even heard of the Tokens.
What I also liked is like when Timon and Pumbaa brought him to like their sanctuary, everybody's freaking out like, this is a lion. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you guys trying to like, are you serious right now? Are you trying to kill us? Like, they're making a realistic take. Like, oh, let's show them how to eat bugs.
That was good.
Yeah, which is
because did you notice Circle of Life? Bugs don't matter.
yeah,
Like, they're not eating us. They're eating bugs. I'm like, but bugs become butterflies. Why are you guys being mean on them?
And the thing I also liked, I liked their philosophy. There's a little bit more focus on philosophy. Like, do you believe in the circle of life? Like, there's a bigger meaning to help everybody, or do you want to
It's just a linear
just do your
line.
own thing, right? It's just
a linear line.
It's no circle. It's just a line.
That's
You're the apex predator, and everybody else is just.
And I did think that was great. And
Yeah.
It's like when he admits, okay, I might have been wrong. Okay, Pumbaa might have been wrong.
Yeah,
I'll
right?
admit that. There were some funny scenes in it. But again, those scenes existed in the animation.
Yeah.
And we both agree the fact that if you visually, I was so impressed.
Yeah.
But voicing, I thought they really dropped the ball.
And the songs are better than the original. It's kind of
Yes.
like the same thing I felt with like Aladdin. I think it's better than Aladdin though. In my
You know
opinion.
what's interesting? I looked on the for IMDb on Box. It's got 100 and something million. Aladdin is right now worldwide 852.
Yeah, Aladdin made a lot of money though.
Yeah, and I'm kind of thinking, the one they panned the most was Will Smith before it came out, and the one who's given the most credit is Will Smith.
Well, that's
and the rest of the movie sucked.
yeah.
So, I mean, is Will Smith he's obviously pulling in his credit where they
Yeah.
put him in.
Hey,
But
man,
again,
that's
the
happens.
animation
You
again,
never-
so good there,
Yeah.
the animation. I think I know why this is doing this. I think this is Fooch because we messed around with his sign.
Oh yeah,
We're radical.
hacking
Yeah,
us.
we're radicals, man.
He's hacking us.
Yeah, we're the radicals. Have you found out yet who sang that song?
That's them.
Someone else sang it. I don't know. I never heard of the Token, so I got
So what do you think Disney should continue this trend of
No.
live action?
no.
We got what do we have next? We have Mulan. We got The Little Mermaid. We got some guy distracted by his phone because he's
Yeah, I'm looking
they're
at.
a slave
Holy
to technology.
Jesus! Yeah, once I get technology, you know what? NSYNC. Are you serious?
They sing
NSYNC
Lion
did
Sleep.
Lion Sleep. Okay, that just shows that there's no taste in the world. Thanks a lot, Dave. NSYNC. Oh my God. I think. You know what? You and I know. Bottom line is Disney's making money off of this.
Yeah.
They said it was. I looked at the budget. What was it? 135 for Aladdin, and it's already making over 800.
800 mil. They're making
So-
600 profit.
Yeah, I mean, and this is going to follow the same suit and probably be a lot less to produce because they're using all the hacks in the
Well,
back.
CGI kind of. I feel like the more CGI you use, the more expensive the movie is. The
Do you
less
think?
CGI.
Okay,
yeah.
that's going to be interesting because, like I said, we should go over this because what did you feel about certain parts of the CGI when they showed you the silhouettes at night?
You
Did
could
you-
tell that it wasn't. Honestly, you could really tell some of the CGI was terrible. Like at nighttime, it was very bad.
When they did the silhouettes of them walking, it's like,
Yeah.
my God, that looks like a cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
who is this? Was this the junior? Okay, we're giving you the night
the B
scene.
team.
Yeah, like it really was bad. And my wife commented. She said to me, was it my eyes, or when they were fighting? Did you get all blurry?" I said, "No, it was all blurry. It was when they did fast scenes. I don't know what the refresh rate is on it." But it didn't come out crisp at all. The fight scenes were... We already commented, we didn't know who the hell was fighting who.
Yeah, I didn't
unless
know
you
it was-
heard their voice.
I was trying to. You only could tell Scar is Scar because he has a scar on his face.
Yeah, and even there were some scenes you didn't even know when they're circling each other. Okay, which one's Scar, which one's Simba? I mean,
Yeah.
because it was so dark.
It's dark too, and
Yeah, that third scene, and let's go to that. That third scene, I really thought they dropped the ball. We talked about Rafiki
yeah,
and his inability to do ninja moves, and in the animation, he's got these great moves. Like he's a bamboo ninja.
Yeah,
But in
this one
this
he
one,
just
you
smacks
can't do
someone
it.
in the back of the
Well,
head.
and he's hitting the rocks too. It's like, okay, so you're scaring him away. Dwayne Johnson did that with that, Thunder and Lightning with Sean Williams.
Yeah.
Which movie was that? Where he hits the rock. You remember the movie, Dave? That one? It was funny. Something Showdown or something like that.
The Tooth Fairy.
Rundown. The Rundown.
Okay.
That was where he hits the rock. Get away from me. Like, I mean, and we see that he's doing that with more baboons, which I think is funny in the next Jumanji. But the CGI for him was brilliant. The eyes,
The
everything.
eyes, the facial structure.
We pointed out stuff. He made a big deal when he puts the red that comes from a root.
Yeah.
And he puts it over the... and I thought, okay, perfect. Just like the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell did his red hands come from when he puts the heart around Simba and says, Simba's alive? Like, he was eating a melon.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's got red hands? Where did the red... Like, I mean, I'm really thinking, guys, you're in the editing. You got to do better than this. Like, if you want to be the top dog, you got to clean that up. I mean, this is easy. This isn't retaking, saying, hey, Professor X, G-Man, let's get back. You guys really screwed up. You had a watch on in one scene, and now you don't. Like, I mean, and we
It's
see that all
not
the time.
Fantastic Four reshoots.
Yeah.
You have long hair, now you have short hair.
Yeah, but they can easily do that, and there were just little scenes like that. Now, one of the things I really was annoyed with, and it's been brought up on the internet, and I wish Fooch were here, because my big thing with Disney is, and especially with the Marvel, is you have a source material. So if we look at Infinity Gauntlet, and you had a great story in the graphic novels, and it ended brilliantly with the Guardians of the Galaxy being the ones who do the dirty deed to Thanos.
Yeah.
And Fooch is always saying, well, it's not the graphic novels. It's not the graphic novels. They can change it. And now you have a source material of The Lion King and Aladdin and all, and you're sticking so close to the source material, as opposed to, did Mom call me Scar? Like, was I born with that scar?
Well, actually, in the wiki, his name is like, I think it's Rata.
Then they should have said, let's take a tangent and do that. Oh, go ahead, you can call it out. We're at 38 minutes? Okay. We're at 38 minutes. We're going by quick. This
is
cool.
fast. See? Told you. Time goes by.
But, and we will start to wrap it up because we don't want to bore our audience. So they could have taken tangents off and developed. That would have made it a lot more better to say, I'd recommend this. There's elements of this story that we've never seen before.
Yeah. There's only the only things that are added on is like that stealth scene with Nala.
I like that a lot.
That one scene where Simba's hair goes flying through all the
Oh
things.
my God. You know what? You know what? I was watching that. I looked at my wife and I said, what the hell was that about? When the giraffe eats him and then the dung beetle, it's like, is hair like corn? Does it manufacture itself when it goes through the digestive system?
I have no idea.
That
the dung
was-
beetle part was cool though. I thought it was kind of cool
It
watching
was
the dung
funny,
beetle
but
work.
then you got a dumb ant that picks it up. Hey,
Yeah.
dude, you're a leaf cutter. Go get the leaf. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what are you
I mean, if
carrying?
I wanted to watch a dung beetle, I'd probably watch Disney Nature or
Oh,
something.
no. You gotta watch, what was it with the caterpillar? Hey, I'm a butterfly now.
Oh, Bugs Life.
Bug's Life.
Oh, I can't wait for live action Bugs Life. That's gonna be amazing.
Are they really gonna... You're not joking,
No,
are you?
they're not going to do that. I think
Could
it's
you imagine
Mulan,
if
Little Mermaid, Maleficent 2.
Yeah. But Maleficent's its own thing. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
its
they're
own thing,
following
yeah.
anything. So
Yeah, it's its
that's
own
my beef with... they missed out big time on explaining more Scar. Like, why
Yeah,
is Scar
adding more to the story.
Why is he
It's no-
upset?
It's no Beauty and the Beast. I think Beauty and the Beast is the best live action they had. Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella.
Well, we asked this question, and we want to throw it out to the audience. Mufasa has a pride. He oversees all these lionesses. So he's fathered or sired all these children. Because there's only one other lion in it, and that's Scar. And we know Scar is sexually repressed. We know it later on in the film. He's upset that nobody wants it, and it's got to be the
No one
one
wants to marry
person.
him. He's like,
Yeah.
what's her name? You chose Mufasa over me.
Yeah, yeah, and she still won't. The
Who is
Simba's
Nala's dad?
Si-
Maybe he died.
It's Mufasa.
Maybe
No,
he was
it's
there.
Mufasa because the pride is the lion's pride. It's all of him. He sires all those children. So I want Disney to explain to me how you are allowing half brother, half sister to fall in. Like you're not gonna have a very
Can you
healthy.
feel the love
Yeah, I'm singing that to my sister. I don't think so. But I think it's something we have to. I want Disney to explain that to me because, or again, you want to get that out of my mind. Develop that story that there is other lions because there is no other lion than Scar and Mufasa and Simba. So yeah, of course Simba's going to be the king. We don't see any other males growing up, and even when they come back, they're all females again. Did
Yeah,
you
it's
notice
all
that?
females, yeah.
Nobody challenged Scar. Where were they?
Yeah, why not?
Because there were no males.
All
He
right.
only shoots one male. One
So-
X chromosome.
So G-Man, almost screwed that up. What are you giving this movie?
Well, I started off with giving it a 7 because I was so impressed with the cinematography.
Mhm.
But I quickly dropped it to a 6 when I thought of the voice, the people they
voices.
picked, and more importantly, the inability to CGI expressions because they wanted to keep it realistic.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a 6, and I'm giving it a 6 for people that want to see something different, but I'd say a no-go for any new viewers. Like, for young kids, this is not the way to go. Go classic.
Yeah, no, go the classic. Yeah, I say it's a 7 out of 10 for me. The cinematography is brilliant. The jokes are good. If you ask me, this is not for kids. They cannot sit through 2 hours for this film. Like even if a movie is good, kids cannot sit through it. An hours and a half is the length that you can really.
I think
go.
I'd take him to a play.
Yeah.
If they redo the play, get out there and watch it. Go to Hamburg, Germany. It's
But,
beautiful.
you can't beat the classics. The animation is still king,
Yep.
and it will always be king. So sorry. There's
So
only
look to
one
the
true
stars.
Lion King.
Look to the stars, Professor X. Look to the stars. I'll
Yeah.
always be with you.
Yeah, honestly, that CGI face of Mufasa sucked, man. It was way better.
Wait, you mean in the sky?
In the sky,
I
you
didn't
couldn't
see
even
the face.
tell.
I kept looking. It
Like,
was
I was
lightning
looking,
and
I'm like,
clouds.
it was just lightning, and then every time lightning would try to resemble a lion's face, but
Okay,
honestly,
so now we're been. Are you gonna start to drop it a bit? Like,
no,
am I
just
convincing
hated
you?
that. I was like, I can't see the damn face. Like, what is this?
What do you think Fooch would have given it? I think he would have given it a solid 8, if not a 9, and he would have said, "I think it was perfect."
No, I think it was 8.5. I think he'd give it.
Did I do a good version of that?
I think
think
he'd
it
give
was
it an
perfect.
8.5. 8.5 for Fooch.
8.5.
Fooch, when you hear this, text me what you'd actually would give the rating.
We're sure you've seen it in Spain. I hope you found an English cinema.
No, you can watch in things.
In Spain.
All right,
Okay.
in subtitles. All right, let's go on to Jaws. The classic,
Jaws.
wonderful, beautiful Jaws. I watched it for the first time earlier today.
What you think?
It's not for me.
Roughly
I'm not
how
the
old are
biggest-
you?
I'm 26.
26. So we're just shy of 30 years apart.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting because
Interesting take, right?
Yeah.
You have new school and old school clashing. But I still respect where it came from. I tried to view it as in time, but for me, I'm not a monster movie guy. So it's plus some of the scenes. You know what? Some of the characters were interesting. I don't know any of the characters' names.
I pulled up this because I like to do that. I mean, we've got access to it. For me, I'll tell you right now, this is a classic.
Yeah.
This is still a classic. It holds up today. I rewatched it. I said, I know why I have this. I know why I have it on Blu-ray. I know why I at first had it on VHS, then I had it on DVD, and then I got it on Blu-ray. It is a classic. I just wish they never did anything after Jaws. Like Jaws 2, 3, 3D Jaws, like that. But
They had
this
3D Jaws in the 80s. I really,
Yeah.
really wish I knew how that worked. Because that was in
you,
82.
you wore glasses that were two different
That
colors.
was 10 years before me. Oh,
Yeah.
that's like Spy Kids 3D. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
that thing.
yep. I just love this. I watched it and I said, you know what? I was saying to my wife when we were talking about it. I said, look at the characters. Roy Schneider is a good-looking dude. Brody, yeah, Sheriff Brody, good looking.
Not really.
No. Richard Dreyfuss.
No.
No. Yeah. Hoopa.
Hoopa.
That's
Is he the
he's the nerdy bio guy.
Okay, he's the bio guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good looking.
No.
No. Robert Shaw. Quint.
Is this the crazy old guy?
Yeah.
No.
But for an old guy,
The bald guy.
he's the best looking guy. He's the best looking guy in the show. So this is the thing that goes with the 70s. We took ordinary people, guys that could act. Like Sheriff Brody is pissed and wants to keep the beach open. Or he doesn't. He wants to shut the beach down. But no way. It's the busiest time. This is...
we gotta make money. We're
yeah.
gonna be on
It's all
welfare
about
for
the
the rest
money.
of the all of winter if we don't make it this summer.
Did Disney own this beach?
I guess maybe.
Because it's got to make money. So the whole idea is, and the girl skinny dipping. I mean, we're looking at. Do you recall one swear word in this?
Maybe damn.
Yeah. I don't think there's an F-bomb in it, and if it is, it was started and then the scene. Do you recall any nudity in it?
Yeah. Mutilated body nudity. No, I'm just joking.
No, you're right.
Mickey.
Even the girl who goes skinny dipping at the very, very beginning. You don't see. It's like we let you think about it, and that's what made this was a rated R film. They call it 14A now, but in my days, this was rated R.
Jeez.
Yeah, because graphic violence and that sort of stuff. But the suspense in it was just brilliant. Like, you get the girl who goes out there with her boyfriend, and he's drunk as a skunk. You know, that's how you get sex nowadays. Or back then, too. See, it wasn't any different. You're either stoned. In our days, that was alcohol, or today it's now the wacky. It's both. But she goes out there, and she's like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And it's dark. And she just gets whipped around. You don't see anything. Now, do you know how they did that scene?
Well, they just put her in like a pogo thing, and she just jumped around her.
Nope. She had ropes tied to either side of her, and guys are pulling one way, then pulling the other way. That's why she looks like her. Yeah, that's how they did it.
Did she not like break her arm or anything?
Yeah, but a very effective scene.
Mm-hmm.
And just goes away. And then we start to do character development with Sheriff Brody and his wife and all of that, and his kid. Like, don't play at the scene.
Yeah, don't play. Why in the boat? It's his birthday.
Yeah. And then the person that finds it. And this is what I like. What's the first thing the guy... Was it a cop that found it? I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since I saw this. A cop finds it or someone else finds it and they see it, and what's the first thing the person does? Turns his head and...
Throws up.
Yeah. But what do they do now in the movies today? They see their best friends dying. What do?
Like, oh no! I start crying.
or you see all of that. It's so funny.
No.
Go ahead, Dave. We want to hear you. Take pictures.
Oh,
That's
right.
But
their best friends
there's
died
no
in real
like,
life. Or in
these
movies?
guys are like, oh my god, like, because we weren't desensitized in the 70s.
Yeah.
You see this, you're freaking out, man. I mean,
yeah.
so
now we're definitely desensitized.
Did you find the suspense built up good? I know you're not a monster or
the suspense.
Yeah. Did you feel they did
I'm
a
not gonna
good
lie.
job?
This is the word. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I was on my phone most of the time.
Okay.
And then I did not pay attention. I would just look up and then I'd be like, oh, like I remember one time I didn't see it, but like I look up and Quint's getting eaten by the shark and he's just dead. And I was like, oh shit, I missed a really important part. I should probably play that.
You did.
Because I remember I seen So what I do is I see Hooper go down into
Hooper
the water.
goes down into how it is they find a shark and these fishermen pull this shark and
I saw that
it's a
part.
tiny little shark
Yeah,
and
it's a tiger
they're
shark,
saying
and they're
there's
like,
no
"We got it."
freaking way this shark the Hooper
Yeah.
played by Dreyfus says
He's
there's
got,
no
like,
way
the
it could have
size
done
of
that.
it. Let's
And-
open it up. Let's
Yes,
open it up right
and
now.
they do it at night and they're pulling and he's grossed out,
Yeah,
which
pulls
he
up
should
the
be.
license plate.
And he's throwing all this shit. No body, no parts of the body,
Yeah.
nothing.
Only a license
Says
plate from the south.
it's not it. Forget it. We're opening the beach. Kid goes under. Remember the kid in the raft?
This is the kid. I thought it was that dude that was on the thing, and he's like, "Hey guys, if you guys need help, blah
Did
blah
the kid
blah."
go under too?
That was the first.
The
second
first.
attack.
Okay. So,
Kid dies in
so
the
we
second
got 3
attack.
people that have died, if not more.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a while in my memory. The old man
I
here.
just saw it.
Um,
I remember vaguely, but I wasn't paying attention.
So,
I wish I
and-
did.
Quint going in and saying, "I'll capture him, but for this amount of money." I
Yeah.
think it was 10,000.
He wanted $3,000 to go out there, and then $10,000 for killing him.
Yeah, and bringing him back. I don't
Yeah.
care what you do with it. So he is Ahab, basically. That's how I look at him.
Yeah.
He's going to get this when Brody throws in the chum,
Mhm.
and you see the shark for the first frickin' time, and it just pulls up, and you're like, "Oh!"
It was
Like, look at the
huge.
size of that.
I'm not gonna lie, the mechanical shark. That's amazing. That's
Yeah, no CGI then.
top notch.
That
That's
was,
top notch.
and we were impressed by it then. Of course, you look at it today, and
It looks like crap. but
yeah,
like
they're laughing
back,
at it.
You always think of it back then. It's
Yeah.
like in Star Wars how they had that little toy model figure of the.
Yeah, and you can see it now. But
Yeah,
back then it was
back then, that
brilliant.
looked amazing.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, whoa.
That's why Star Wars fails now, because they made it too technically good, and then it's like, okay, so how'd you get back to the primitive world?
Yeah.
And this, the mechanical shark, and then when you got that topical view where you see the shark going around the boat that's called
Yeah.
Orca, and he's bigger than the boat, it's like,
Yeah.
we're gonna need more barrels.
Yeah. They got more.
Because they're trying to bring him down with the
Yeah,
barrels.
with the barrels.
Just-
He's like, he can't take down 3. That's too heavy. Takes them down anyways.
Takes him down with these.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in this movie is when they're getting drunk.
Oh, they're getting drunk and they're having the conversation
About,
and then-
where'd you get this scar?
Yeah,
Where'd you get this scar?
scar.
I got one right here. And he says the chick's name.
Yeah, and then he talks
The
about
female's name.
yeah, and then he talks about how what was it? I remember watching that, and then the sharks just started
Brilliant.
smashing.
Because
into the side.
you're so comfortable, and all of a sudden, BAM! And it's like, this is brilliant. Like, this is done so, and that's what I mean about suspense. It was like taking an Alfred Hitchcock and getting you comfortable, and boom, it's a shark movie, dudes. This is not about a biologist meeting some piratey guy who's a fisherman. Like, I just love it.
Yeah.
Just love it. And Brody's like totally lost, like, yeah, I'm just a sheriff.
Yeah. He's just like, what's going on here? I just want to save my family.
Yes.
And then he's just, I'm not gonna lie. The funny thing is, I've seen Jaws, but I haven't seen it, but I've always seen the end, which is where he's sitting on. I see him laying on the thing and shooting the shark and blowing up.
Oh yeah.
Like I've
And
always seen on TV.
That's
the
when he
scene I
says,
see every
"Come
time.
here, you mother."
Yeah.
I think it, and they boom, he shoots the gun.
Yeah.
So again, you get across what you wanted
Yeah,
without
but he doesn't
saying
have
it.
to say it, right?
Yeah. Why do you need to say it?
'Cause
But
that's what makes it-
I just think now the interesting thing is, unfortunately, we didn't get together last week, and I called you a little late. We had a bit of a situation going on in my family, and you didn't get to see Stuber, which was a movie I was looking forward to seeing, but you did get to see Crawl. Was it?
Yeah, Crawl.
So-
Worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Hence why we are doing this. So
Mm-hmm.
Crawl is really give it a on your
So for me, I think I'm in the minority though. A lot of people enjoyed it. I was talking to my coworker and I was talking so much crap about it, and then he said he actually really liked it. He didn't expect it to be good.
So what
And
did
it's
he
actually
give
the
it?
He'd give it a 7.
And what did you think it was worth?
I think it's like a 4.
A 4.
So one, I have a bias. I hate monster movies, and one of them, I'll tell you. Spoiler for Crawl. Okay, so this guy, he has the strength to impale an alligator with a shovel underwater. Okay, you know how freaking strong you have to be to do that. I'm just thinking in my head, okay, if he can do that, why didn't he just punch a hole in the roof and then escape that way?
Oh, that's
Because
great.
they're trapped in a crawl space with an alligator. It's hence the word crawl, right?
Oh, so they did a double on that. Ah.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad I'm glad after you told me that when we came to get you, I'm thinking, oh boy, that's good because that was the whole idea of seeing Jaws, and now our fans are going, why are you guys doing Jaws with Lion King? Well, they're animals, aren't
they're
they?
animals.
Circle of life. We had to bring in the water.
Apex predator to another apex predator. What are you guys talking about?
So, what do you give Jaws?
I'd give Jaws, honestly, it's a class. I give it an 8.5, even though I haven't really. It's not, for me, okay. For the time, 8.5, me personally, I'd give it a 6.
Okay.
But respecting where it's due, I respect everything that's done, and I could see it being bigger. I wish I was more engaged, but
Yeah.
it was Sunday, and I didn't really want to watch the movie. I'm not a big fan of it.
And you're honest. It's not your genre. It's like Fooch when it comes to animation.
Like anime.
Yeah, he just doesn't get
Hates
into it
anime.
where you and I can really get into it.
Yeah.
I give this a 10 out of 10. This is
Ooh, we got Jerry-
this is
I mean,
towards the top of it. When I did
Is this in your top 10?
Yeah, when I did the quotes for Fooch, I thought about doing this. He wouldn't have gotten it, and I thought he'd just get upset with. He was getting upset with me when I was taking the movie. I never heard of that movie before. It's like, yeah, hello, this is what movie was about, and I give it a 10 out of 10 because it holds up today. I mean, you watch it, you still got a fan base, and you get new fans. I mean, they might rate it lower like you did, but look at what you're rating a 1974 film. You rate a 6, but you said you would have given an 8 or an 8.5
If at that time.
for that time period.
Yeah.
But yet you're giving Crawl, a 2019 film, a piece of crap 4, and your friend might have done a 7. So either case, you're looking at Jaws holding up, and I don't think Crawl will ever hold up to that or any of those silly movies like Piranha. You could do 3D, you could do
Piranha
3
3D.
double D, and you could bring all the hot looking women you want in there. It's not going to sell where this sold with an uglier cast. Sorry to say it, guys. You're not handsome men.
That's so mean.
Yeah, like, I mean, Mark Wahlberg's not in this. I mean, they're just not good looking. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the film is those 3 guys. They're not good looking.
I'm not even lie. It's not even the females in this aren't really good looking as well. So.
Welcome to how I grew up. We there's other movies you might notice that too.
Yeah, but it's like there's a lot of I really like the 70s or era of movies. Anyways, I'm like a huge fan of The Godfather.
Yeah.
I love Rocky.
Rocky is my favorite film. When you guys did your favorite film. Now, the interesting thing about Jaws, believe it or not, the author of Jaws, Benchley, I think his name is, he's in the film. He's the reporter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought that was kind of cool. It's our story. I'm in the film, so he obviously gave it.
So it's based on a book?
Yeah.
This guy based his book off of Ahab and Moby Dick,
Well,
wasn't it?
did you not find that Quint
Moby
was
Dick-ish?
basically like that? He
Yeah.
was so. I mean, he's taking him further out. He's running the engine dead. I mean,
Yeah.
there was no way that was. And now it's
Yeah.
sinking. He died
it's
perfectly.
sinking.
He
He's
died
like,
perfectly. And that scene, which you woke up to, just brilliant. Just brilliant.
I didn't wake up. I just looked up and I'm like, oh crap,
Yeah.
Quinn's dead. I woke up and I see him like and then like the shark's like has half his body's in the shark's
Oh yeah,
mouth.
it's in the mouth. Just
He's
good.
like, and then he just pulled and then
Yeah, he's in
like,
shock, man.
Ah, damn, he's dead.
Yep.
I thought what's his face Hooper was dead too because I'm like, oh, he probably ate the entire cage. But then I just see him pull up and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
he hit it. He hit at the bottom. He went straight to the bottom and said, I gotta. And I'm thinking, well, you're gonna die at some point. You gotta go up. I mean, we've seen movies of this before, Last Breath and that sort of stuff. So, ask our producer. Hey, did you see the movie at all? What did you get? You can talk. We'll hear your voice over here too.
I haven't watched watched it in years. I'd give it an 8.
You give it a
8?
solid 8. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
sick.
think it holds its time? Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you find it
does, I agree.
suspenseful?
From what I remember, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my big thing is they tease you. They keep teasing
Yeah, that's
you.
the thing. Scary
And then
movies
they
don't
do give you really good scenes of it.
Yeah.
And like I said, people might laugh at the mechanical shark, but back then, I'll
that.
tell
No,
you.
I was impressed. I wouldn't laugh at it. I'm impressed because it's in the 70s. I mean, this was 2019 and they pulled that.
Now-
I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, come on,
To
guys.
give you an idea,
It's a TV show?
I was 10 years old and I saw this film. Don't ask me how I saw it. And I'll never forget, my bed sat next to this. And when I say walk-in closet, I use the term walk-in. I shared a room with my brother and there's a closet attached to our... And I swear to God, I thought the shark was going to come out of my
The
walk-in closet.
How?
Hit my base of the bed and I was going in. That scene scared the living shit out of... Not to the point that it did with the hyenas in The Lion King, but that really
Brought it back.
just a brilliant movie. I'm glad you guys picked that for the vault. I was so happy when you said that. I said, good, we're not seeing something like I don't know. What else could we have picked for back then? You could have picked
Anaconda.
you could have picked Lake Placid and all of that, and other than hearing Betty White say "f off," and again, like that's really cool to see Betty White say "f off," or Anaconda. I mean, the only good thing about that was Kari Wurr and
I like Deep Blue
Jennifer
Sea,
Lopez. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. Deep Blue Sea is my favorite monster movie by
Oh,
far.
that's the one with the black cook who's pretty funny.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. I like
Samuel
that.
Jackson.
You know what? I thought that was an entertaining film. I
Yeah,
really
that-
did. I thought the only thing that was really bad was Samuel L. There you go. Samuel L. Jackson's death is so bad in that
That's
movie.
so funny. That's
That
the best part
it,
of the
it is
movie.
a comical scene. Do you know what we're talking about, Dave? It's so bad. Like a shark comes out, and I tell you guys, boom. Like,
That's the funniest part. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that scene.
but is it a Marvel movie that we're looking to put comedy in it?
No, that has a little bit of a comedy. It's okay.
Yeah,
I
LL
think-
Cool J's funny in it. As the
I
cook.
think it works.
And
It was
that's
good. It's a
there you
good
go.
movie.
There you go. It. What was it? A Meg. You ever see Meg?
No.
I enjoyed the Meg. Did you see? It was good.
Jason Statham.
It had Dwight Schrute in it. Who's the character
Yeah,
who
he's
plays
like the
Dwight
bad guy.
Schrute? Yeah.
Rainier Wilson or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Rains
Wilson.
Rains Wilson. Yeah, he
Okay.
was good in it, and there was someone else that was famous in it. It was pretty.
Well,
Oh,
it's a movie.
Jason
They're always
Statham.
famous.
Jason Statham was in it. It was good, but it was kind of based on this when they thought they got the shark. They didn't have the shark
Yeah,
or
well,
the
wasn't there
Meg.
two?
It was a megalodon.
Megalodon, yeah.
Megalodon. So yeah, so
Just Sharks and crocodiles are the only apex predators
well,
that
look
have
at
not
Crocs.
changed for millions of years.
Yeah, yeah.
Barely.
And look
So,
what we're doing to
perfect
him now.
killing machines.
They are. So how'd you enjoy today?
That was good, a nice little take. I hope you guys liked our new take of how we spoke about the film. It's not your typical scene by scene, but we want to see if we can do something new and see how you guys feel about it. Everybody that listens to the show, text me how you feel about it or leave a comment because it's probably better. So comment. Don't text me. I
Go
don't
ahead,
answer
text them.
texts anymore.
What's your? Is it? What's Burnett at?
You mean text my phone number? I'm not giving my phone number on here.
Don't you want more friends?
No, I don't want any friends. I felt bad. Last night my friends kept begging me to come out and I was just being so lazy. I was like, listen, my shirt's off. I'm watching. All I have is my shorts and I just ordered Chinese food. I'm not leaving my house.
What did you watch on TV?
I was watching the new thing. Have you heard of Saint Seiya?
No.
It's like Knights of the Zodiac. It's this old anime. So that's funny. I watched the entire season last night, but I finished it. It was only 6 episodes, and the 20 minutes.
Was
long.
it on Netflix or?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay, Netflix.
It's Saint Seiya. So
Would you
It's
recommend it to our audience?
honestly, watch the old one from the 80s. This one's kind of new and kiddish. It plays the same thing as the old. It's funny. It's just like The Lion King. It's just newer animation, but not as cool. A little bit different. then I'd rather, if you're gonna look at Knights of the Zodiac, look at the one from the 80s. It's way better.
That's a question I'd like to ask you then. If you were Disney and you said, okay, we've got an older animation, because let's be honest, Lion King's pretty lame, and it's an older animation. And when I
Yeah.
say lame, like, we're going to look at it down the road. Like, what you and I read graphic novels, and we look at 90s, and then we look at later on, and you see all these different artists. Do you feel Disney would be better off upping the animation of what's out there and giving it a new take?
Like
Instead of doing the CGI and say, we're going to do
live
another
action CG, just animation, just
do an animation. Let's do an animation of it and do the facial expressions and all of that. And again, I think we both agree. You got to take the story differently. You can't keep the same story. I mean, because otherwise people like you and I are saying, well, you know what? Now, here's a guy
depends.
who wants source material in the Marvel, but yet here I just didn't think it worked.
That's good. I don't think so. I think
You would just drop the whole idea of
the live action can work for things like Mulan because there's live people. Little Mermaid,
Jet Li's
there's
in it,
live
man.
people.
Do you
know?
like The Little Mermaid? Fooch doesn't know this, but you know about it. How do you feel about The Little Mermaid being? How do you want to say it?
We talked about it the entire time. We talked about it last episode.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
What was I doing, Dave?
Were you there?
Oh, I was
sleeping.
behind. No, I. Dave will tell you I never sleep, but sometimes I do have Formula One from the '80s on.
Why you put Formula One on from the
Yeah, I'm a huge F1 man. That's
Yeah,
why I wish
me
I was
too.
part of the Rush when you guys did that
Oh,
one.
the
I
Rush
love
episode? You
like
love that
it.
movie?
We feel there's so much more they can do with race car driving movies. Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
want more.
Oh, we have a couple race car ones coming up this year.
oh, good.
Yeah, Ford versus Ferrari.
Please don't tell me you're gonna say Fast and the Furious. Do you see do you see who they're bringing into the franchise?
Whew.
John Cena.
Oh God.
Did you know that? Did you know that, Dave? Yeah, John Cena, who I think not only is an overrated professional wrestler, but one of the worst actors I've ever seen. Now, you did like him in that one movie, Meet the...
No, I like him in what's that movie? The one with the parents.
Yeah, Meet the Parents?
No, it's something where he's a stepfather. I forget what it's called.
Okay. But
Blockers.
Blockers.
That's what it's
okay.
called.
And you hated him in Transformers.
Transformers. He sucks in a lot of movies, but like Blockers in some funny movies, he's good. He was funny in that one movie, Amy Schumer. Because I love the line. He's like, I look like Mark Wahlberg. Ain't Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I love that line.
So maybe we can make him the voice of the Lion King.
Yeah, maybe. But anyways,
Yeah. So again,
it's a
thanks
pleasure
for having me
Mr.
on. I look
G-Man.
forward to. What are we doing next week?
Next week we're doing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, good.
And
What should we?
we're gonna surprise you with whatever thing we're gonna figure out because we didn't figure out before we decided to.
Oh,
film
do you have
this.
an idea, Dave? What we want to do next week? Is it a special?
You want to do quiz?
We can do a quiz.
Let's do quiz.
Okay. How about Dave quizzes us,
Okay.
and we work as a team, not against each other?
Okay.
Dave, you like that idea?
That works.
We'll
Yeah,
try to
let's do
set up a mic, or we might even bring Dave out here. Bring a third chair out here, and we'll sit together. You and I. We'll have one planted side.
Tag team.
Yeah. Okay. I love that idea.
All right,
What's the
let's
quiz
do it.
going to be on? So I can
Movies.
practice. He'll surprise us, but we'll work out it together.
Yeah.
We'll be the Professor X and the G-Man.
The G-Man.
Wow,
Let's
that
get
sounds like it
done.
would be a great graphic novel that we could flip
Sounds
into.
like a good.
Flip into a franchise movies, but I'm not gonna have any. I want dark.
No, oh, okay. So
I want
was
dark.
thinking we could do like a cool house DJ trio. You know, Professor X and the G-Man. Because he got G House and he plays every song in the G key.
Does it have anything to do with the G spot?
Oh my God, he went there.
On
You
that
freaking
note,
went there.
we probably should head off before this becomes
Before we
an
get
R-rated.
canceled.
Yeah. So thanks again for having me on, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video, and Pleasure working with you.
Yeah, take care, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have a great week. See y'all next week.
Peace.